Good evening, I'm Kelly Roberts. Elizabeth Rentschler has the night off. Thanks for joining us. Officer Kumi heard Tippecanoe County dispatch for a report of shots fired on campus while he was driving on North River Road. 90 seconds later, he had Cody Cousins down on the ground outside of the electrical engineering building. Although there are 2 new optical scan machines, the Board of Elections decided to fix the 2 older ones. So now there are backups. You can see here in a bit, I am on the ice, and so it is good to go. It's cold, it's slippery, so perfect for ice skaters. County commissioners heard from several farmers who say they're in favor of ORVs on Tippecanoe County roads. That's because sometimes they have to get their vehicles onto the road to transport materials across the farm. If you're out tonight, I hope you grabbed a jacket. It's cold, and it looks like more of this winter weather is coming. Chief Meteorologist Chad Evans joins us now. Hey, Chad. A Lafayette man will spend more than 2 decades behind bars for multiple charges, including battery of a law enforcement officer. Buck says he tries to avoid detours and alternate routes that would take more traffic through residential areas. That's why he says the sequence of the construction projects is so important. Well, Alex and Krista, since I've been here at the West Lafayette Street Department, it's been plow after plow that has been leaving the department, heading out to the streets. And of course, it's hard to get the snow off the streets when it's still snowing, but the crews have been working around the clock. Every rail car carrying a hazardous material must be marked with the placard Anderson referred to. First, it will have a single-digit number. That will indicate the class of that hazardous material. When Boer found out he needed to be resourceful, it didn't take long for him to find help from the exact product he farms. An expansion to the Lifeline law signed into law last month allows for all first responders to carry Narcan. That includes police officers. West Lafayette City Attorney Eric Burns says the banana is about the size of a billboard. If it goes against a Tippecanoe County sign ordinance, it would have to be scaled back in size.
News 18's Kelly Roberts is live on Northwestern Avenue in West Lafayette this evening. Kelly, are some projects ahead of schedule there?
Yes, they are, Jeff and Gina. West Lafayette was working on this section of Northwestern between Lindbergh Road and the Yeager Road roundabout. It's 6 days ahead of schedule. People across the country are celebrating the start of 2014, and one area celebration was care of the Surf Center in Lafayette. The big thing is, how long could this last? And you're saying a while. Okay, well, I think the warmth will eventually come. Think positive thoughts and it'll come, right?
It will by the end of the week, so
Perfect.
Look forward to that.
Perfect. Thanks, Amber.
We interrupt this regular programming to bring you some breaking news that we have confirmed that shots have been fired on Purdue's campus. We have 2 reporters on the scene. We're going to go first to Kelly Roberts, who's live at Purdue's campus with more on the scene. Hello, Kelly.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, the report came in just after noon and that there were shots fired, and then a university spokeswoman confirmed to News 18 just moments later that, in fact, shots were fired at the electrical engineering building. And now we know at least 1 person was shot, and according to the university Twitter, 1 person is in custody. Even though 1 person is in custody, you can see right here a very active scene. We're just minutes away from a press conference. Purdue officials and Purdue police and West Lafayette police officials gathering right now, all expected to be at this press conference, few obviously speaking. We will find out most likely more facts about what happened here this afternoon, but here's what we do know. We know at least 1 person shot and at least 1 person in custody. We don't know the extent of the injuries of that person who was shot.
And Kelly, please tell us what you know.
Hey, Alex. Yeah, I talked to you guys just a few minutes ago with the latest that we found out here at this press conference that happened at 2:30 this afternoon. 1 person dead, 1 person in custody after a shooting at the electrical engineering building on Purdue's campus.
Here's Kelly Roberts now from our sister station, WLFI, live at Purdue for us.
2 students were involved, and they were also both teaching assistants here at Purdue University. 23-year-old Cody Cousins shot and killed 21-year-old Andrew Bolt inside the basement of the electrical engineering building, which is still shut off tonight, as you can see behind me. As the days go on, the family members of 6-year-old Caitlin Lane are occupying their time thinking of ways to remember the little girl they called Katie. On Tuesday, they decorated their cars in honor of Caitlin. It is the same day they got their first look of the man arrested for Caitlin's death since Saturday's house fire.
The horrifying death that my daughter just suffered
you know, there's nothing that they can do to him that will ever be enough to us.
33-year-old Ryan Moyna was arrested on Saturday after crews responded to the scene of a house fire on Schuyler Avenue. Tippecanoe County Sheriff Tracy Brown says the fire was intentionally set. Lane died in the fire, and the home's resident, 53-year-old David Trueblood, was injured. While the family waits for formal charges, Ryan Moyna appeared in front of a judge at the Tippecanoe County Jail on Tuesday. He was told he's being held on a 72-hour hold on the charge of arson resulting in death. But family wants to see something else when formal charges are filed.
I mean, I'd like to see murder in the first degree. No chance of a plea agreement, no chance of parole.
Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Pat Harrington says he has until Thursday afternoon to file the charges. Trueblood was released from the hospital Sunday. Caitlin's mother, Mindy Kirby, says Trueblood is working to heal physically and mentally.
He's beating himself up, you know, just emotionally, because he doesn't know what happened. You know, what if I did this? We've all gone through this what if.
A Newton County family says 5-year-old Braden Denton is their superhero. Braden lost his battle with cancer this month, but as News 18's Kelly Roberts reports, his funeral was one fit for the superhero he was.
In September, News 18 introduced you to then 4-year-old Braden Denton and his mother, Stacy. At the time, Braden was in the middle of his battle with a brain tumor. Denton says it was a battle fit for a superhero. But as the months went on, Braden got worse.
He stopped completely walking, and then, you know, we got through that hurdle of, you know, dealing with that, and then he started not to be able to eat or drink.
Earlier this month, Denton took Braden to Riley Hospital for Children to stay. Then, on May 8th,
basically he stopped breathing.
When planning a funeral for her superhero, something came to Denton's mind. Forget the suits and dresses. Instead, she wanted her loved ones representing what Braden loved the most, superheroes.
He was a huge Spider-Man fan, and he had to quit disliking Spider-Man because he had all the toys. So really he liked every superhero.
And a League of Superheroes showed up. Pallbearers dressed as Braden's favorite superheroes. The man in front, dressed as Thor, is Braden's uncle, Corey Denton.
It was hard, but I did it for him. We went to the Superman movie with him, and he was dressed up as Superman. I watched all the Iron Mans with him.
The picture of the Denton superhero being carried by his superhero friends has had hundreds of shares on Facebook. It may have been an unconventional funeral, but
that's what Braden would have wanted.
Corey says even if Braden is not with him in the flesh, he will always be his #1 movie buddy.
He's always here with me, and I'll always watch them with him because he's always with me.
Denton donated her son's tumor to research. She is also working with Senator Ron Alting to get Indiana to recognize September as National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Kelly Roberts, News 18.